The next topic is curriculum stakeholders. When we say stakeholders, these are the individuals or institutions that are actually interested in the curriculum. Like for example, the learners, the teachers, the parents, school managers, and other involved in the community. The first one, we have the learners are at the core of the curriculum. To what extent are the students involved in curriculum development? The old view that students are merely recipients of the curriculum is now changing. It means that you are not only the one accepting or part of it, but you are already involved in making a curriculum. Learners have more dynamic participation from planning, designing, implementing, and evaluating. However, the degree of their involvement is dependent on their maturity. The older they are in high school or college, the more they participate. From another angle, whether learners are in the elementary or college level, they can make or break curriculum implementation by their active or non-involvement. After all, learners together with the teachers place action to the curriculum. Then the second one, we have teachers as curricularists. Teachers are considered stakeholders because they are the one who plan, design, implement, and evaluate the curriculum. We can consider teachers as the most important person in curriculum implementation. A teacher designs, enriches, and modifies the curriculum to suit the learner's characteristics. As curriculum developers, teachers are part of textbook committees, teacher selection, school evaluation committee, or textbooks and module writers themselves. When a curriculum has already been written, the teacher's role is to implement like a technician. However, teachers are reflective persons. They put their heart into what they do. They are very mindful that in the center of everything they do is for the learner. The third one, we have the school leaders are curriculum managers. Who are those school leaders? Of course, we have principals and school heads. They are considered important because they have important role in the curriculum implementation process. They should understand fully the need for change and the implementation process. They should be ready to assist the teachers and the students in the implementation. Communication lines should be open. They should accept or make for the teachers, for the parents, and other stakeholders, especially in leading the curriculum implementation. Convincing the parents on the merits of the new curriculum is the job of the school heads. They should be committed to change and should employ strategies to meet the needs of the teachers and learners, like building, book, library, and other needed resources. Then we have the parents. Parents also are significant school partners. Besides the students, teachers and school administrators play an important role in curriculum implementation. When children bring home a homework from school, some parents are unable to help. Schools need to listen to parents' concern about school curriculum like textbook, school activities, grading systems, and others. How do parents help shape the curriculum in schools? So since we consider parents as part of curriculum implementation, then how do they help shape the curriculum in schools? You have to involve the parents in any school activities, okay, for the school itself. For example, when you're talking about disciplinary problems, okay, they should take interest in their child learning. And so they make themselves available also when they are needed in the school to discuss such problem and other activities. And the home also is extended school environment in terms of the homework or assignment, or they should follow up lessons with their children. And also they should participate in any with the so-called parent organization. This way, they could help in making the curriculum better. And the fifth one, community as the curriculum resources and a learning environment. As the former First Lady Hillary Clinton said, that it takes the whole village to educate the child. So it's true that the school is in the community. Hence, the community is the extended school ground, a learning environment. All the barangay leaders, the elders, other citizens, and residents of the community have a stake in the curriculum. It is the bigger school community that becomes the venue of learning. The rich natural and human resources. Okay, dito ko yan. We have the community as the curriculum resources and a learning environment. As stated by former First Lady Hillary Clinton, it takes the whole village to educate the child. Well, it's true that school is in the community, and it is the extended school ground or a learning environment. All the barangay leaders, the elders, other citizens, and residents of the community have a stake in the curriculum. It is the bigger school community that becomes the venue of learning. The rich natural and human resources of the community can assist in educating the children. The community is the reflection of the school's influence, and the school is the reflection of the community's support. Lastly, we have the other stakeholders in curriculum implementation and development. Okay. They may not have direct influence in the school curriculum, but these agencies are also involved in planning, design, implementation, and evaluation of the school curriculum, like the government agencies. Example, DepEd, TESDA, CHED. We have also PRC, LGUs, and for the non-government agencies, for example, any organizations and foundations involved in curriculum, to name a few, we have Gawad Kalinga, Synergia, Metrobank Foundation, and we have the PAFTE, or the Professional Organization or Philippine Association for Teacher Education. We have also the State Universities and Colleges Teacher Educators Association. We have National Organization of Science Teachers and Educators, Mathematics Teachers Association of the Philippines. So, school curriculum, whether big or small, are influenced by many stakeholders. Each one has a contribution and influence in what should replace, modify, substitute the current curriculum. Each one has a significant mark in a specific development and change process of the curriculum development. Actually, before in updating any curriculum or making change, this particular stakeholders should be consulted. They should be conduct some meetings with them, get their feedback, or comments, or any suggestions regarding the current curriculum, because they know um, what are the things that they need to improve or needed for improvement. Okay. And then next we have curriculum innovation. When we are talking about innovation, we are we have already in mind that innovation is change or transformation. So innovation in its modern meaning is a new idea, creative thoughts, new imaginations in form of device or method. Innovation is often also viewed as an application of better solutions that meet new requirements, unarticulated needs, or existing marketing needs. Oftentimes, curriculum innovation is associated with curriculum change. A term is curriculum studies, which means any change in the curriculum that are either planned or unplanned. Curriculum innovations, therefore, are positive changes or improvements that are happening, and curriculum innovations are clustered into several ideas. Okay? In order to shape or continue to shape curriculum and education system in general. So here, the first one, we have the standard-based curriculum. Curriculum standards are different from competencies. Standards are broader, while competencies are more specific and prescriptive in terms of the scope of knowledge, skills, and values that students should learn. Curriculum standards provide more creativity and freedom for educators to explore various learning opportunities and better forms of assessing students' achievement. In a standard-based curriculum, this curriculum standard serves as a basis for designing the content of the curriculum. As a curriculum innovation, it gave birth to the development of core curriculum and state standards. In the Philippines, for example, curriculum standards are useful in developing, organizing the curriculum for K to 12. A standard-based curriculum involves teachers in the process of curriculum planning and designing, and a standard curriculum empowers the teachers to take active role in planning for the implementation of the curriculum standard prescribed by the government. And then the second, we have the multicultural curriculum. The main or the goal of this curriculum is to promote cultural literacy and cultural understanding. Schools use different strategies and approaches to develop cultural literacy and promote understanding. Usually, this is done through cultural awareness. For example, knowing the different costumes, songs, literatures, foods, and of course, introducing them or making them aware of the different historical places of different countries, and those should be part of their daily lesson. The different five dimension for adapting this curriculum multicultural. Okay, we have the content integration, the knowledge construction process, prejudice reduction, equity pedagogy, and empowering school culture and social structure. Actually, there are many ways in which a multicultural curriculum can be developed and implemented. Actually, Binet proposed multicultural curriculum focusing on six goals. The first one, to develop multiple historical perspective, strengthen cultural consciousness. Another is strengthen intercultural competencies, and combat racism, sexism, and other forms of prejudice and discrimination. Increase also awareness of the state of the planet and global dynamics, and lastly, build social action skills. Following these ideas, it is important to develop teaching strategies and instructional materials that promote the development of cultural literacy and cultural understanding among teachers and learners. And then the third one, we have indigenous curriculum or indigenous curriculum. The idea of indigenous curriculum was a product of a vision to make curriculum relevant and responsive to the needs and context of indigenous people. It links the curriculum with the society's culture and history. It values the importance of integrating indigenous knowledge systems of the people to the existing curriculum. As a form of innovation, an indigenous curriculum is founded in the way of life, tradition, worldview, culture, and spirituality of the people, and it is a pathway of education that recognizes wisdom embedded in indigenous knowledge. This indigenous knowledge is very influential to the development of young children. It is embedded in their daily life since the time they were born. They grow up from a social and cultural setting like family, community, social class, language, and religion. Therefore, it is noble way of responding to the needs of indigenous people. In an indigenous curriculum, the first frame of reference for developing a curriculum must be the community, its environment, its history, and its people. Like we are also catering the needs of the people. So one of the things that you should consider in terms of curriculum innovation is the need of this indigenous group or the local of the community. And then we have the brain-based education, advocated by Kane and Resnick. We have this um, so-called direct implication. Okay, brain-based education has direct implication in the development of curriculum. It postulates that brains do not exist in isolation. The brain exists in bodies, which in turn exists in culture, sorry. The culture in which one happens to live becomes an important determinant of the brain's structure and organization. That was according to Gardner. This offers an immense possibility for including social concerns and cultural matters in the curriculum. Okay, then we have the gifted education curriculum. Gifted education curriculum is designed to respond to the needs of a growing number of gifted learners and to develop gifted potentials. There are several examples of gifted curriculum models. Like for example, we have the SEM or the school-wide enrichment model. This is widely implemented as enrichment program used with the academically gifted and talented students and a magnet theme or enrichment approach for all schools interested in high-end learning and developing the strengths and talents of all students. We have also parallel curriculum model. Okay, it is based on the premise that every learner is somewhere on a path toward expertise in the content area. It promotes a curriculum model for developing the abilities of all students and extending the abilities of students who perform at advanced levels. The beauty of this model lies in the framework of helping the learners to experience the nature of the disciplines rather than just accumulating information. Actually, this is designed for the student to be engaged in the core knowledge and, of course, to the development of each discipline. And then we have the autonomous learner model. Okay, so these autonomous are typically for, or curricular offerings typically fall into three levels. So level one is the prescribed curriculum and instruction that focuses on the standards. Level 2 involves differentiation of school based on individual differences, and Level 3 features learner differentiated options where students are self-directed and teachers provide opportunities for the learners to be in charge of their learning. And then we have integrated curriculum model. We have also kids academia model. This Kids Academia model is designed to provide excellent science experiences for gifted children in Japan. This model is a form of curriculum innovation that shows how experts in tertiary education could help strengthen teaching and learning in basic education. It is a form of collaboration between the university, the home, and the local school. And then we have differentiated curriculum. Okay. Differentiation is the philosophy that enables teachers to plan strategically in order to reach the needs of the diverse learners in classroom today. When we say differentiated curriculum, therefore is a curriculum that considers the unique characteristic, learning styles, thinking preferences, intelligence, need, cultural backgrounds, interests, gender, and other unique characteristics of the learners. It is a curriculum that enhances learning, making it learner-centered and dynamic. Outcome-based education, or the OBE, it is one of the dominant curriculum innovations in higher education today. It came out as a curricular requirement for a specific field of study in engineering, nursing, and tourism education, among others. Basically, an educational outcome is a culminating demonstration of learning. According to Spady, 1993, it includes what the student should be able to do at the end of the course. Outcomes are clear learning results that we want students to demonstrate at the end of significant learning experiences, and are actions and performance that embody and reflect learner competence in using information, ideas, and tools successfully. So outcome-based education, or the OBE, means clearly focusing and organizing everything in an educational system around what is essential for all students to be able to do successfully at the end of their learning experiences. Actually, this is what we are trying to emphasize right now, or what we are using now in the higher education institution. The OBE, it is patterned because it's more on the learning outcomes. It's more on the learning outcomes um, that those learning outcomes are basically student centered. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.